Welcome to Winter Solstice 2024. Today is the 21st of December at 9:20 a.m. UTC and at different times around the world because the world moves and the sun moves. We are celebrating today the Winter Solstice. This comes right after the longest night and the darkest night, the night from the 20th to the 21st of December, which is also called St. Thomas Night, and which is a night where dreams have a special weight and a special meaning. So if you remember the dreams that you had in this night from 20th to 21st of December, it's good to look into it. Because the dreams from the St. Thomas night, the longest night, the darkest night of the year, they come from the depths. They come from, you could even say, the abyss. They come from a source deep inside. And now, on the 21st of December, the sun gets stronger again. And from now on, the days are becoming longer again. We get more energy, we get more light, we get more warmth until summer solstice. And of course, here I'm speaking for the northern hemisphere. In southern hemisphere, it's just all upside down. So winter solstice, happy new year for you. This is the actual beginning of the new year. This is when it all starts energetically and you receive the guidance through the preparation days of the holy nights, as well as through the holy nights. I'm just reading Sonia Eder. Hello, Sonia. She dreamt a lot and she wrote it down. Fantastic. Congratulations, Sonia. If you had any dreams, write them down, because dreams in general play an important role in the essential holy nights, in the whole Twevletide tradition. And we come to that in a little moment. But right now, wherever you are in the world, this whole day, 21st of December, is under the energy of the winter solstice. Even if you have dark cloud covering the sky and you don't even see the sun, don't worry, inwardly, the sun is very present today. And this is a day that has been celebrated for thousands of years in all the cultures. It is a very important day. It's basically the resurrection of life. It's the comeback of the sun. It's the comeback of warmth and of light. And it is, of course, for us, the beginning of this most special period, which is called the Twelvetide or the 12 Holy Nights. So, winter solstice, we do a special meditation on the sun, and you'll be surprised. We use 5 oils for that. If you have these oils ready, just get them. The first oil is orange. The second oil is cinnamon bark. The third oil is Onycha. The fourth oil is Cassia. And the fifth oil is grapefruit. So once again, orange, cinnamon bark, Onycha, Cassia, and grapefruit are the 5 oils we are going to use today for a special sun meditation. Meditation on the outer sun, meditation on the inner sun or the inner suns. Now, before we start doing that, let me remind you what is the Holy Nights tradition, or Twelvetide as it is known in Christianity. It probably has its origin in the disproportion between the lunar calendar, which has been used in all the ancient cultures, and which is still being used in the Arabic civilization and in the Chinese culture even today. The discrepancy between the lunar calendar and the solar calendar. There is a few days that are missing, basically, because the lunar calendar has 354 days. That is 12 times 29.5 days. The solar calendar has 365.25 days. That means it's basically we are missing 12 nights and a little bit of a day in our present calendar system. And these 11 days and 12 nights, this is where a portal opens. This is where the connection to the inner world, the connection to the causal world, to the world of ideas, also to the world of ether particles, to the astral world or ethereal world, and even to the highest, to the divine, to the source, is the thinnest. This is the time when the inner world is the most open of the whole year, and it's a great opportunity to use this time consciously. The so-called holy nights begin according to Celtic and Germanic traditions in the night after the winter solstice and lie thus between the years. A designation that is still very common today, the time between the years. The 12 nights and the traditions associated with them from different sources go well back to antiquity. So, what does that mean for you? Can you use it? And my answer is I had over 500 participants in the last 6 years. I'm using this system myself for 7 years. I started using 13 years ago. It is tremendous. It is like a hidden treasure. It is something that mankind has forgotten, but that can be used at your will if you just follow the instructions. A portal is opening in this time, and each of the holy nights and holy days gives access to the months associated with it. For example, December 25th corresponds to January, the month of January. December 26th corresponds to the month of February. December 27th corresponds to March, 28th corresponds to April, 29th corresponds to May, 30th corresponds to June, and December 31st corresponds to July. Now, 1st of January corresponds to August, and so on till the 5th of January corresponds to the month of December 2025 in our case. And this is important. It's always in our case because last year, the winter solstice was on the 22nd, early in the morning. In some very rare years, the winter solstice takes even place on the 23rd of December. This year, it takes place relatively early on the 21st of December. This is because the stars, the sun, the earth, they are all moving. Now, what does it mean for what we call preparation day 1 in the system of the holy nights? It simply means that preparation day 1 is the 21st plus the 22nd plus the 23rd of December. So basically 3 days form preparation day 1. And then preparation day 2 is on the 24th of December. And then 25th of December, Holy Night 1, 26th of December, Holy Night 2, and so on. Till 5th of January, Holy Night 12. And then we have on the 6th of January, the day of the 3 kings, or the wise men, the 3 wise men from the east. That's also a very special day in closing out this portal of the 12 holy nights. An ideal opportunity for you, for me, for everyone, not to only to take notes in our Holy Nights journal. I recommend you get a journal, get a book. I will instruct you later on how to structure it exactly, but it's important right now, even with preparation day 1, 21st, 22nd, 23rd of December, that you start taking notes of clues, of realizations, of dreams, of events, of encounters, of also how you feel, how your energy is, how your health is, how your thoughts are, how your emotions are. Write down everything because it's highly indicative what happens to you in this time. Script, then create and manifest your upcoming year and bring it to fruition. That's the cycle. First, we taking note of what's going on each particular day, what's happening to us, how we feel, because that foreshadows what is going to happen in that part of the next year. But then also we want to use that thin open door, or that thin veil, you could say, to the portal, to also manifest, to bring out the ideas, to bring out the seeds, so we manifest something in the new year that is really our creation, because we are all co-creators. The human being is not like an animal or plant, which are beautiful beings. You know that many animals, you can trust them more than you can trust some human beings. And you know that the plants, they have tremendous purity. Why is that? Because a plant doesn't have a causal body. A plant doesn't have karma. Interesting, isn't it? Animals, by the way, have karma. But human beings not only have karma, but human beings also have this ether element, or fifth element, the so-called quintessence, which Leonardo da Vinci pictured already in the Vitruvian man standing in the pentagram. The human being does not only consist of 4 elements, earth, water, fire, and air, but a human being has a 5th element, which is finer and represents the connection to the higher worlds and even to the spiritual world. And this element is called ether, or Akasha in Sanskrit. You may have heard of the Akasha Chronicles. It's very important. Now you get the connection. What's written in the Akasha manifests in this world. Few people know that you can write into the Akashic matter yourself, if you know how to deal with ethereal particles. So this 5th element, the quintessence, characterizes man as a creative being, as a creator equal to his creator in the ability to create. Out of the spiritual, the new that is to be created. At every moment we are creating a new. Many people create a new, the same old. So creation is constantly happening, but what do you create? Is it really new? Is it inspired? Is it visionary? Does it carry you, bring you and your dear ones forward? So out of the spiritual, the new is to be created and brought into form for the first time via the ether element. It is shaped form in the kind of matrix, ether or ethereal matrix, which is the blueprint for taking manifestation in the physical world later on. These are some profound secrets you may have heard about manifesting, the power of thought. This is it. This is the exact construction process. It all happens from divine, spiritual influences, or if you're unlucky, undivine influences, through your thoughts, the world of ideas, like it was called by Socrates and Plato, or also the world of causality, the world of causation, because thoughts create cause. Thoughts create reality. So the world of ideas, the world of thoughts, and that manifests into the energetic world, into the astral world, into the ethereal world. And if you can dare form a matrix, an ether matrix for something to take place in the physical world, within a certain incubation period, I may call it, it will take place. It will manifest. So it's like a baby is born. Incubation, we call it otherwise, but then 9 months, and then the baby is coming. And so is every creation process. So very, very interesting. Watch for this. You're constantly creating and you're constantly co-creating. Now, we are in a very lucky situation because most people don't know where to get ether particles from. And we have these wonderful oils. I always use Young Living essential oils because from my personal viewpoint, they have not only the highest concentration, but are also perfectly pure. We use in the whole Essential Holy Nights 47 different oils and oil blends, which are precisely matched to the respective days, months, and themes. And if you count 12 oils or 12 months or 12 days, 12 nights, how does it go into 47? Well, you see, we have like something like 3 or 4 oils per day on average. And that is because you may use only a single oil or you may use all the oils. And some people, they prefer actually to use no oil. They do it dry, as it has been done in ancient times when they smudged the herbs like sage and juniper and Angelica roots. We have finished now the 6 nights of Lot, or 6 oracle nights, or 6 nights of fate. Maybe you have seen the videos. If not, you find them on this channel. And we are just now actually 20th to 21st. Something moved there. I'm sorry. Let me get back to presentation. Okay. So, December 20th to 21st, the night of St. Thomas, is the night that is just behind us. And by the way, the meaning of that 6th night of Lot is the end and the new beginning. And turning towards the positive. Now it all starts again. Now it's time really to get your enthusiasm out. Now it's time to become sunny in thoughts, sunny in temperament, sunny in feelings, and also give a little sun energy to your body. And I will show you how to do that today in our sun meditation. Now, with the end of the 6 nights of Lot, from November 24th till December 21st, we are now officially in the Holy Nights period. That goes with preparation day 1, 21st of December to 6th of January, when the portal closes again, the Epiphany or the Night of the 3 Kings. Now, because the inner world is wide open in that time, I told you already, this is like a thin veil, thinner than at any other time in the year. And it's like a portal, and you can access the astral world, the ethereal world. You can access the mental world, the world of ideas. You can access even the spiritual worlds. You even have easier access to the Creator himself, God. Now, at the same time, because the portal is open, we also have an open door to the netherworlds, which is why we have to be careful in this time. And this is what is traditionally called the wild chase. In the Alpine region, I come from Salzburg and the surrounding country of Salzburg. I once experienced it myself when I was driving back home from my parents celebrating Christmas with them on Christmas Eve. And I was driving back. I lived at those days at the Fuschel Lake, actually directly neighboring Red Bull, if you have heard about that energy drink. So I'm just driving through the last curves in that forest before you go down to Fuschel am See. And suddenly there's like a whirlwind sound. And from the left side, and I really stopped the car, comes a wild chase of horses, of deer, of dogs, of men, of formless beings, demonic beings, and they were really haunted and hunted. And They were wild. And actually, I didn't look. I was well guided, actually. Uh, Luckily, I've been meditating for more than 40 years, so you get some inner guidance. So what happened? You should not look at the wild chase if you see it, because then they might take you with them. This is what exists in the Earth atmosphere from the last year, all the unresolved energies, all the unresolved events that are still open, all the souls that have departed but cannot leave yet because they are earthbound souls. That includes not just the human beings, but also animals and even other entities. So basically, this is like the last of the old year that cannot escape. And they are roaming in this particular time through the world. And we have different names for it in different parts of the world. Some may call it ghosts, some may call it demons, some have very exacting descriptions. Now, this particular phenomenon, and I wouldn't tell it if I wouldn't have experienced it myself once, is, well, breathtaking and jaw-dropping. And it's furious and it's fast. By the way, 2025 will be a very swift year, a very fast year. And you should not look at the wild chase because they take you away. They have no mercy. They have no compassion because they themselves are how you say that? They're not saved themselves. They are still out there lingering in some worlds and cannot find the escape door. So this is the wild chase, and there's some little detail. In those 12 days and nights, you shouldn't go out during darkness. You should go only out during daylight. In the evenings, don't look out the windows, because even if the wild chase passes by your house and you see them through the windows, it can have an influence, unlucky, unfortunate influence on your house's energy and all the inhabitants of your house. Also, you should not hang up linen or laundry outside. So when I first heard this, I said, oh God, how am I going to do this? Not washing my clothes from 24th of December till 6th of January. How can I do that? Now, this is about not hanging it out to dry, which in winter anyway, few people do. But even you should not hang it up indoors, because even there some spirits might come and get intertwined with your clothes. And in the days of not only washing machines, but how you call it, a tumbler, electric dryer, so you can dry your laundry, that's okay. That is okay. So you just put from the washing machine into the tumbler, into the dryer, and then immediately from the dryer, it goes into the shelves. This is how you deal with it, so you let nothing hang. And I still came to my mind, I have one last thing, one t-shirt still hanging there on my dryer. And this one has to go now, immediately into the shelf. So it will be empty from 24th of December till 6th of January. And if I wash, it goes directly into the electronic or electric dryer and then directly onto the shelf. Nice message. Thank you, Sonia. They were fantastic. I'm sure you're not referring to the wild chase, but something we spoke about before. And by the way, this is for anyone and everyone. You can contribute. Please leave your comments or feedbacks or questions if you have any. All right. So this was the wild chase, and now comes the cool part. Now comes Winter Solstice meditation. And for that meditation, we use orange essential oil. We use cinnamon bark essential oil. we use Onycha essential oils, Styrax benzoin. We use Cassia essential oil. And as you see, these golden labeled ones, they are again from the Bible oils set, the oils of ancient scripture. And we finally use grapefruit essential oil. And how to use it? With orange, we start and we apply orange on the crown, on the heart, and on the sacral plexus. So orange goes to 3 places: crown, heart, and sacral plexus, which is, by the way, 3 profound areas, because women have an empty space in the sacral plexus area, the womb, where creation takes place. For any creation purposes, the womb of a woman, and you always need an empty space to create something new. You need a kind of womb, or you need a kind of vessel. Even if you build the astral matrix or the ethereal matrix, you need a kind of container where the creation takes place. So it's the womb, but then again, it's in our heart. We can have a sphere of emptiness in our heart, which is full of divine love, full of luminous love. And then I'm not speaking about you being a hollow head, but I'm speaking here about shunyata, what the Buddha called shunyata, and that is clear emptiness, clear infinite empty space, because this goes far beyond the normal thinking capacity of the brain, of the mind, if you practice this emptiness in your crown, in the upper half of your head. So here we start with orange, and we focus on these 3 spheres of emptiness, of shunyata, because this is the precondition for any manifestation to take place. You need an empty space. You need a womb. You need a container. You need an event horizon. And this is what we are preparing now with orange. Secondly, we go to cinnamon bark. And cinnamon bark, spicy oil, a hot oil, is applied from the root chakra to the sacral plexus, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, to the crown chakra. So up all the 7 chakras, the root, the cinnamon bark, up from the root. Then we have Onycha. And Onycha, which is not such a grounding oil like cinnamon bark, but on the contrary, a spiritual oil. This is really resembling the sun energy, the spiritual energy of the sun, Onycha. This one we apply also on the 7 chakras, but going down from the crown to the root. And then we go up one more time with Cassia, and we apply Cassia from the root on the 7 chakras up to the crown. Now, mind you, you should dilute Cassia, because Cassia is extremely hot. For some people, even cinnamon bark is hot, but compared to cinnamon bark, Cassia is even hotter. And this is a Chinese form of cinnamon, and this is the regular cinnamon bark that we know. Both have solar energies, both have a lot of bioelectricity, extremely stimulating, extremely awakening. And as you see also, we use them for grounding ourselves. So we come from the root and go up, because cinnamon and cassia are from their frequency grounded, and from there you can grow up like the tree grows up from the roots. But then finally we have grapefruit. And grapefruit is interestingly and amazingly associated with the crown chakra. Citrus paradisi, the paradise fruit. It is associated, like the frankincense tree, with the Garden of Eden. And here again, we start from the crown and go down. We bring the blessing down. So for you to memorize, with orange, we create these spheres of emptiness in our upper head, in our heart, and in our womb. And even if you're a man, in the sacral plexus, imagine you have an empty space, you have a womb where creation takes place. And then we go up with cinnamon bark from the root to the crown chakra. Then we get down with Onycha from the crown to the root. Then we go up with Cassia from the root to the crown. And finally, with grapefruit, we again go from the crown down to the root. And this is, you've probably noticed it, this has to do with manifestation, with going up and down, bringing something down finally. So this is a very potent meditation. And I suggest you not only do it today on December 21st for Winter Solstice, you can do it anytime you wish to strengthen and foster your manifestation powers. And now I know what Sonia meant. She said the nights of Oracle nights, they were fantastic. Yes, fantastic that you followed them. Thank you very much. And here we have Marina. Welcome. Didn't see you for a long time, Marina. Greetings to New York. I'm sitting here in Heiligenhafen at the Baltic Sea on the border from Germany to Denmark, and thinking of you and everyone. Greetings, Marina. Okay, so let's go now into the meditation. This is the construction plan. This is the instruction panel, how you go about it. But now let's really go into it. So you apply orange oil. And you can always, when you start with an oil, start inhaling it from the bottle. Take in deeply its scent, its fragrance. This is what is actually aromatherapy, the concentrated smelling from the bottle. And orange has this positive, warm, and life-giving energy. Gives us joy, gives us confidence, gives us energy. Now you take a drop of the orange oil from the bottle. You activate it with the two fingers, index finger and middle finger. You activate it 1, 2, 3 clockwise. And you apply it on your crown chakra. You feel like a sphere is opening up, a sphere of shunyata, of emptiness, a sphere of creation. The center of this sphere of creation is in your crown, and it's half above your head and half inside your head. And you can see this sphere as luminous, luminous like the sun, yet clear and empty, except for this luminosity. Secondly, you take a drop of orange. You activate it 1, 2, 3 clockwise. You apply it in the center of your chest. Clockwise. And now you feel another orb or sphere in your chest, your heart sphere, totally clear and empty and pure. And again, as you're dealing with the orange and with the sun, you feel in that sphere of your heart a luminosity that comes seemingly from nowhere, yet from everywhere. Breathe deeply. Breathe out fully. Inhale through your nostrils. Exhale through your nostrils. Feel the sphere of luminosity in your head. Feel the second sphere of luminosity in your chest. Now you take the drop of orange again, activate it, 1, 2, 3, and apply to the sacral plexus that is below your physical navel. You apply it there as well, clockwise. And behind the sacral plexus chakra, you have the womb, and you imagine, even if you're a man, you have a sphere of emptiness, empty space of creation. And note the direction. We start from the spirit, from the world of ideas and inspiration. We go to the heart, world of emotions, and the world of enriching it with love, with ethereal particles, with enthusiasm. And then finally, we bring it to the womb. In the sacral plexus region, we are carrying it out. We are bringing it into the world. Now you feel this sphere of creation also in your lower body. You feel how luminous it is and how pure it is. Now feel and be aware of the three spheres in your crown and head and above your head, in your heart and in your womb. Feel these three spheres of creation, and they are from the inside shining like the sun, but they are empty spheres, infinite emptiness and clarity in each of these spheres. You know why we use emptiness? Because if it's full already, there's not much to manifest. Nature needs a vacuum in order to put something inside. Nature needs emptiness for creation to take place. This is why we are going about it like this. Okay, you have the three spheres, you have the luminosity in the three spheres. And now a little information. Don't go to the solarium for the next 48 hours, because orange, like all citrus oils, has photosensitivity, and you would get some darker pigmentation on the spots where you applied the orange oil. If you're in the Caribbean or somewhere in the sun, then also be guarded. Well, where did you apply it? On your crown? You probably have your hair there. So be careful of the center of your chest, and be careful in your sacral plexus region. If you're going out in the sun, orange photosensitivity usually lasts for 48 hours. Then you are safe again. Now let's go to the second oil, and that is cinnamon bark. Now with cinnamon bark, we start this cycle of creating the inner suns. And we start from the root chakra, the perineum and the tailbone. And it can be a little hot if you apply it directly, but try it. Otherwise, dilute the cinnamon bark oil if you know that you're sensitive on the skin. And then you apply it on all the 7 chakras, all the way up to the crown. So let us start doing it. Take a drop of cinnamon bark. Sometimes you have to twist the bottle a little so that the drops come out. Then you use this gesture. This is the gesture of the ancient oint maker. You activate the oil. You apply it on the first chakra, on the perineum, or in the back, also on the tailbone. You apply it on the sacral plexus below the navel. You apply it on the solar plexus above the navel. You apply it on your heart chakra. You apply it on the throat. You apply it on the third eye. And you apply it on the crown chakra. And now this is enlivening you, I presume. If cinnamon bark on the root or perineum or tailbone is too strong for you, use some olive oil or coconut oil or V6 oil to dilute it. Don't use water. If you don't have any carrier oil around, you can use a mild oil blend, for example, like Awaken, which also has a carrier oil. So on these private parts, cinnamon bark can be a little strong, depending on your sensitivity. And so you know what to do with Cassia, because Cassia is even stronger than cinnamon bark. You don't have to worry with the other oils. Okay, now you start breathing from the cinnamon bark bottle. So there's this aromatic, spicy energy goes all through your system. And you feel how cinnamon bark scent energizes you, activates you, gives you life energy, zest for life. And now you visualize a sun in your root chakra. A root means the root of your energy, the base of your energy, by visualizing a mighty winter sun in your tailbone, perineum area. This is the base of your life energy. The root chakra is also the base of the self-healing power of the body. This is also the base of your groundedness, of your gravitas, of your weight, of your impact. So feel this root sun shining brightly and fiercely. Feel the warmth in your root. And then go up to the sacral plexus. And the sacral plexus sun, same thing, you visualize a sun in your sacral plexus region below the navel. The sacral plexus is important for sympathy and also for antipathy. So what you like and what you don't like, what you love and what you hate. Sacral plexus has to do with who do you attract and who do you repel. So what kind of people do you wish to attract into your life in the new year? Feel this sacral plexus sun fully active, powerfully shining, bringing the right people, the right situations into your life in the coming year. Then next sun, your solar plexus sun. Visualize a particularly powerful, huge sun in your solar plexus. Feel your whole action, power, your dynamic energy, your executive power, your decisive power. That's all in the sun in the solar plexus. If you're a doer, you know. If you are a dreamer, you have your energy somewhere else. But if you want to manifest and do and get things done, get your energy into the solar plexus, sun. You can continue, of course, to inhale the cinnamon bark oil from the bottle. So all the while we do this visualization, you can do the aromatic breathing from the bottle. Now next, go into the heart, into the center of your chest, into your heart sun. This is the place of love and of joy and of positivity and of humor and of happiness and of smiling. So you bring your heart sun to shine warmly and positively and brightly in the center of your chest. And you enjoy the all-encompassing positive energy of the heart sun. And then you bring up the sun, or you visualize another sun, fifth sun already, in your throat area. And this is very important. This is the center of speech. This is the center of self-expression. And you can notice by the sound of your voice how strong your self-expression is at a given day, how strong your projection power is on a given day. So visualize this luminous sun in your throat center, supported by the cinnamon bark that you have applied on your throat. And then we go up to the third eye, to the center of your forehead. And you have applied cinnamon bark also there. See and feel a bright, luminous sun in the center of your forehead. Let it really shine brightly while you still inhale cinnamon bark from the bottle. So your third eye sun is blazing and luminous and illuminating. And now finally go up to the crown and to above your head. Here's the seventh final sun that you visualize in this series with cinnamon bark going from the root to the crown. 7 suns are blazing now inside you and above you. And these 7 suns connect you with the actual sun, with the cosmological sun. And you can even extend this, your 7 suns from the root up, the sun of our solar system, then the suns in the center of the Milky Way. It's to be millions of suns in the center of our galaxy. So you feel this luminosity and energy connection. Now we go from the crown down again, and we are using Onycha. Onycha, or Styrax benzoin, a resin from Indonesia that has been used in ancient times already in the Holy Land, Israel, Egypt. So talk about world trade even back then, more than 2,000 years ago. And this is the most sun-like of all the essential oils, Onycha. And it's a resin, and you can apply this one from the crown down. So take a drop. And this is, as I said, a resin that can be quite thick. So in order to get the resin oil out, it's good that it is warmed. And then sometimes you might twist the bottle a little. And you have it at a 45-degree angle. And then don't push it out, but really let it come. Be patient. Be grateful. Now the drop comes. Wonderful. And usually after the first drop, second drop comes quicker. Let us get that second drop. Also beautiful. And now, again, with the gesture of the ancient oint maker, you activate Onycha, apply it on the crown. You apply it on the third eye, center of your forehead. You apply it on the throat chakra. You apply it on the heart chakra. And by the way, you may apply it one or two more drops. So in my case, I take 2 more drops from the heart down. So heart, solar plexus above the navel, sacral plexus below the navel, and then perineum, tailbone, the root chakra, the first chakra. Wow. I hope you have the oil at hand because it's really powerful. So now you go down from the sun at the top of your head, which connects you with the divine sun, the supermind, and the overmind, or Paramatman, the higher self, as Sri Aurobindo called it, the flame of the Holy Spirit above your head. This is all being touched by your crown sun that you have now further activated by applying Onycha oil. And you bring that sun from the crown into your forehead, to your third eye. Or actually, you can just start a second sun, one sun in your crown, second sun in your forehead. And that's your inner eye, the seat of the inner vision, the spiritual vision. The third eye is also the seat of divine willpower. This is here where you can make your will one with the will of God. The way to that oneness with God's will is I and my Father are one. I and my Father are one. I and my Father are one. As well as let thy will be done. Let thy will be done. Not mine. Let thy will be done. If you practice this for a long time, in the third eye you will become fully synchronous with the will of God. Also, the third eye gives you vision and seal and allows you to reach your goals much faster. The next sun is the sun in your throat. Throat is the center that supports our voice, the word. And as you know, the word is important in creation. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. There was nothing that was made that was not of God. Much later we hear, and the Word was, let there be light, and there was light. So with the Word you can create, you can manifest. This is why the throat center is so important. So is your voice weak at times? Is your voice too silent at times? Are you too timid at times to self-express? This will be overcome with this meditation, which will make you a fantastic manifester. You feel now the sun in your crown, the sun in your forehead, the sun in your throat. We go now to the heart sun. And the heart sun luminosity in your heart brings, of course, divine love, divine love, divine love, and oneness, 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 connection, connection, connection. This sun in your heart goes deep inside, very deep inside. And yet it is luminous and shining everywhere. Now going further down into your solar plexus, which is the sun nerve center of our body. It regulates, by the way, the body heat. And the solar plexus regulates your action energy, your activity. So feel another luminous sun in your belly. Feel it shining extremely bright. Feel the action energy. Feel the decisiveness. Feel the executive energy. You are doing. You are implementing. You are making it. You are a builder. You are a creator. And then we go below the navel to the sacral plexus sun. Sacral plexus, as I said, has to do with sympathy and antipathy. And now coming from above down, illumine everything that you don't like with this sun. Don't get involved into blockage maneuvers, into resistance, because it just holds you up. It takes your time. Just feel with your sacral plexus sun, you are illumining and transmuting everything that is not to your liking. You're just dissolving it, just melting it. And then with this, it's like an alchemical oven, alchemist oven, or you can also call it the womb in the woman. But it can be used even to melt everything into your liking, into what is dear to you, luminous and pure and true and loving. And you feel that alchemist reaction, this alchemical oven in your sacral plexus, just producing molten gold. And this is what you will attract. You melt all resistances. You melt all the dislikes. And then finally we go down to the crown, I would say, well, to the root, before we go back to the crown, to the root, to your tailbone, to your perineum, where you have applied the Onycha. And of course, you can have the bottle of Onycha at your nose, inhaling it while you're going through all the 7 chakras. It's a very unique scent that Onycha has. Now in the base of your spine, this is a sun that is really basic, fundamental sun of your life. It's like life itself, like your position in the universe, your place in the world. And it's, of course, how you do or how you deal with all things material, including your own body, including other people's bodies. How do you deal with things material? How illumined do you deal with the material things? Okay, these are the 7 suns using Onycha. And you notice this is a mystic oil, goes very deep, can bring you actually into a trance. So now it's time to go up the ladder again. And now we do it with Cassia. And with Cassia, as I told you, be careful, it's a hot oil. So don't apply it neat anywhere, I would say, unless you're hardcore and then you pay for your audacity. And especially don't apply it neat, the cassia oil, to your perineum. That will be absolutely too much. So we are going again. I remind you, with cassia, we go up, starting from the root, we go up. So you apply first on your perineum, and if you have just a cassia, not dilution, then apply it 4 or 5 centimeters away from the physical, from the skin. Apply it just energetically. In between your legs, under the tailbone, under the perineum, and make rotating moves. A little while, and you have cassia on your fingers. Then you do the same in the second chakra. Also in the sacral plexus, you have sensitive skin, so don't apply it neat on your skin. Clockwise, 4 or 5 centimeters or 2 inches apart from the skin. Then on your solar plexus, above the navel. And then you might take another drop, depending how much you have used. Another drop of cassia, activate it again with the 2 fingers, the ancient oint maker's gesture, or you can also use more fingers. You apply it on your heart center, on your throat, and it's diluted, I hope, on your third eye, and on the crown. And also here you start inhaling from the bottle of cassia. Once you have finished applying it from the root to the crown, in your root you feel really the energy, the fire, the life energy, the strength, the vigor, your manliness or your womanhood. And you see and feel this sun in your perineum, in your root, burning brightly and convincingly. Then up to the second chakra, the sacral plexus chakra, and the sun that you visualize there. And if you know the sun, it is invincible. Everyone loves the sun. If you know the sacral plexus chakra, it's magnetic. Everybody gets attracted or distracted and sometimes repelled by the sacral plexus chakra of others, and even by their own. So feel divine attraction. in your sacral plexus sun. Feel the pull of the positive, a magnetic pull of the positive, bringing all the right situations, all the right people into your life, including your guidance and your own right behavior. Then you go up to your solar plexus. After navel, this is your action energy, this is your doer, your executive energy. This is the energy of the movers and the shakers. You feel dynamic energy. You feel you can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Just do it. Just do it. Feel in your belly sun this invincible action energy. You can do it. Now up to the heart. Love all the beings with this purified energy, because Cassia purifies. Cassia purifies in your second chakra all the distractions. I said it already, all the addictions, all the chains, all the enslavements, which is the negative side of connection. Cassia purifies you in your sacral plexus chakra. Now also Cassia purifies you in your heart sun, because sometimes we have chains, romantic chains, illusory chains to other people. Sometimes it's not even to them, but to our idea, our romantic idea, who they are and how much they love us. But that's sometimes an illusion. So Cassia, the fire of Cassia oil, really helps you to dissolve any wrong emotion in your heart sun, because love is self-evident. It needs no expression. Like the sun is self-evident. It doesn't have to run around and try to convince other people, I am the sun, I am the sun. You just look at it and you know it's the sun, it's the brightest light. So this is what you're looking for in your heart sun, the truth that is self-evident, the truth of your being, the truth of your soul. You are that I am reality. You are that heart sun, shining and luminous. Now to your throat, visualize the sun in your throat. Your throat is probably much clearer now after applying all the oils. Can really give expression now much clearer in words and in power words or mantras or manifesting words. Clarity is very important if you wish to manifest. So you feel this clarity and power in your throat sun. Then you go up to your third eye, to your forehead, to your divine vision, to your divine sight. And your third eye is luminous like a sun and totally white, amazingly white, glowing white in the very center of that sun in your third eye. It goes from a yellowish white to a total white that is still warm. Luminosity in the center of your forehead. You see clearly. You see luminously. You see the light inside everything, and you see the light inside everyone, including you see the light inside yourself. This is very important for the upcoming year 2025. See your future self, see your luminous being, your true being. See others as they really are, luminous beings, and see situations as they really are. Situations are there so we can learn from them. Situations themselves are luminous if you go into the depths of them. Finally, we go to the sun above our head, the sun in the crown, slightly inside the head, slightly above the head. And you feel the dignity that comes from wearing that sun like a crown. And of course, above your crown sun is the much higher sun, the supernal sun, the transcendental sun. But you can go to it only by focusing on your own crown sun or overhead sun. With your overhead sun, you can concentrate and connect to the supernal sun, the transcendental sun. And finally, we have grapefruit, which is called the paradise fruit. And we apply grapefruit from the crown down, all the 7 chakras. Mind you, grapefruit has also photosensitivity, so you shouldn't go into the sun or into the solarium for 12 hours after you have applied grapefruit on the skin. So orange has a lot stronger photosensitivity, 48 hours. Grapefruit has about 12 hours. It's milder. However, still you don't want change in your pigmentation, so stay away from solariums or the beach, wherever you are in the world. Start applying grapefruit from the crown down. Take a drop, activate it, apply it on the crown, on the third eye, on the throat, on the heart center. Again, at this point, usually you take up another drop or two. So the heart, the solar plexus above the head, above the navel, the sacral plexus below the navel, and finally the perineum, the tailbone, your root chakra, your first chakra. You feel the freshness and the sweetness. With orange, we started. With grapefruit, we conclude. And this brings you really even more fresh consciousness and clarity into your system. Feel your crown like this luminous sun that you see in front of you. The sun of creation. The spiritual sun. Feel in your third eye In your forehead, another spiritual sun, luminous. And this is now all about paradise. This is now all about Garden Eden. Grapefruit is the Garden Eden fruit, Citrus paradisi. It is about how it's always meant to be in its true form, in its divine form. Feel your crown sun in its divine form, how it's always been supposed to be. Feel your forehead sun, your third eye sun, how it's always been supposed to be. Feel your throat sun in a natural way, giving you clear expression, clear self-expression and projection, as it's always been meant to be. The sun in your heart, full of love, full of oneness, full of connecting you with all and connecting all with you. This is how it's always been meant to be. That your heart, your love is in the hearts of all, and the love of all is inside the heart of you. Your heart in their hearts in your hearts. Oneness, which is imperative in this time. Oneness, oneness. As we are going into this period, 2025 to 2044, which is a period that will be known for two main things: the AI and people going more and more into virtual universes, and higher spiritual development on the other hand. So you may be on the side of AI, you may be on the side of spiritual development, and these two things have to balance each other out in these periods, till 2044. Very important to strengthen your spirituality right now, to feel the love that connects you with all the truth lovers, your love inside all their hearts, and their love inside your heart. Tremendous feeling. The love of millions and billions inside your heart. And your heart and your love inside the hearts of millions and billions. This is what oneness means. Now again, this is a place so nice, we nearly don't wish to leave it. You can continue smelling the grapefruit from the bottle, but we want to go even further and also bring this freshness and feeling, pure feeling of the grapefruit into our solar plexus sun. Solar plexus is all about power, but power can be corrupted. And using grapefruit, you prevent this corruption. Grapefruit is excellent to keep you in the purity, to keep you in the clarity. You feel it in your belly. And you might even apply a drop of grapefruit one more time on your solar plexus. Visualize the fierce sun, the bright sun of clarity and paradisical feelings of grapefruit in your solar plexus sun. Now we go below the navel to the sacral plexus. And I talked about the sacral plexus, the second chakra below the navel, as a chakra of potential addiction. And being chained, being addicted. Now, with this grapefruit scent and grapefruit energy, you dissolve any addiction into divine sovereignty, divine sovereignty, divine sovereignty. In your second chakra, divine sovereignty. Divine sovereignty. Divine sovereignty and purity. You feel the fresh and paradisical fragrance of grapefruit in your second chakra, sun. Now the root sun in your perineum at your tailbone. And again, you have this wonderful, pure and fresh and paradisical vibration of grapefruit in your first chakra, in your root. And you notice this is really a subtle energy. This is really a high divine energy. As grapefruit is directly connected with the Garden of Eden, you feel the Garden of Eden vibration in all your 7 suns, in the crown, in the forehead, in the throat, in the heart, in the solar plexus, in the sacral plexus, and in your root. And now feeling consciously that you always have these 7 suns inside you, you can always connect to the sun that has its winter solstice today, the sun of our solar system. We are children of the sun. All your inner suns correspond to the sun of our solar system. Again, that sun is just connected with the suns in the center of the Milky Way, the million suns in the center of our galaxy, where there is tremendous light, even much stronger light than the light of our sun, and much, much stronger, of course, than the light in our 7 suns. Yet, this is who we are. We are solar beings, and we are lunar beings, because we still live in duality. And we integrate the moon and the sun. "2025 will be a solar year, a year of swiftness, of speed." So it's a very poignant meditation that we have done. And you can repeat it in 2025 as often as you want, as often as you wish. Remember orange for the sphere of emptiness in the upper half of your head, orange for the sphere of emptiness like a womb in your heart, and orange for that sphere of emptiness in your sacral plexus, which is the place where women have the actual womb, but where as a man you can also visualize your alchemical oven, your manifestation sphere. Spirit, then emotion, astral, ethereal in the heart, and then manifesting, bringing it into the world in this 3rd sphere in your sacral plexus region. This is the way how manifestation goes and has been going for as long as manifestation, creation exists. If you wish to remain in silence, you can do so. This goes very deep. Thank you for the kind comments, Bea and Sonia Ida. She said, my sentence for the third eye is, I am creation and creator at the same time. Beautiful. And Marina from New York, perfect timing. Thank you, Aditya. Thank you to everyone. Now, a few reminders. Today we have preparation day 1, December 21st, and it extends into December 22nd and December 23rd. It's all about purification and decluttering. And I won't go into the details now anymore, because for that, the other video exists that has been already broadcasted, and that is already in your members area. Just reminder, for physical purification, sage, and sage also for energetical and mental purification, oil blend, Young Living purification for really physically cleansing everything, Palo Santo for cleansing your mind sphere, frankincense for spiritual cleansing, Hyssop for cleansing of guilt and duty, and Myrrh for cleansing of all kind of obsessiveness and hardness and being too pushy. This is what I'm sure you remember. Please watch the video, because this is really for December 21, 22, and 23. So if you haven't watched the video for preparation day 1, please do it, because it gives you important advice. Then here we have these 3 bottles. The one bottle, the big one, 500 milliliter for spraying your rooms, every room, even in the basement, even in the attic, even under the bed, wherever old energy, stale chi collects, blocks things. You're spraying this, and this is the oils, Hyssop, Myrtle, and Cassia in a special recipe. The second bottle is a smaller spray bottle, like 100 milliliter, and this is like your personal aura spray, which also has the 3 oils inside. Which are the 3 oils? Hyssop, Myrtle, and Cassia. And then the small bottle, which is like your anointing blend, which has the same 3 oils in a different composition and in carrier oil, for example, V6 carrier oil. And I'll show you the recipe for that. Oops, I can't show you, it's gone again. It is funny. Well, I will tell you. Normally it should show, but somehow it always disappears. So for the spray, the room spray, you take 27 drops of Hyssop. You take 27 drops of Myrtle, and you take 13 drops of Cassia. So 27, 27, 13 Cassia. You fill up the rest with distilled water. Number 2, your aura spray, 27 drops Hyssop, 27 drops Myrtle, and again, 13 drops of Cassia. And again, you use distilled water, because distilled water blends best with distilled oils, because naturally you don't want to use an emulsifier here. If you're spraying around and you have an emulsifier like honey inside or salts inside, you'll have a mess. So this is the reason why here we use distilled water, because it blends best with distilled essences. Now for the anointing mixture, you have 27 Hyssop, 27 Myrtle, but only 7 drops of Cassia. 7 drops of Cassia, because as you know, Cassia is a hot oil, and you put it directly on your skin. Actually, ideally, you anoint yourself full body for 3 times. On December 21st, a full body anointment. On December 22nd, a full body anointment. And a third time on December 23, full body anointment with this particular blend. I remind you of decluttering these 7 areas of your life. What has to go in your physical world, in your emotions? What is superfluous or has run out its sell-by date in your mental world, in your social world? Which connections have to go, should go? Will be liberating for both parties. Financially, which misbehaviors have to go? Which kind of unconscious has to go in financial terms? Because financial energy is a combination of your physical, emotional, mental, and social energy. Many people disregard that. They say, oh, I'm so spiritual, I don't need financial. Yes, you are spiritual. We are spiritual beings, but also we are physical beings. So we need this combination between spiritual and financial, because financial is a summation of how you deal with physical, emotional, mental, and social energies. And then, of course, have fun, enjoy life with every breath, and the delight of existence, the delight of the Creator, the soul's delight. And what clutters it? What prevents you from having fun? What prevents you from enjoying life fully? What prevents you from experiencing the Creator's delight? So this is something you write down in your Holy Nights journal. We talked about it yesterday in detail. Unclutter all structures, energies, and informations in these 7 areas. Things you choose not to carry over into the new year. And then you make a fire, a bonfire, a winter solstice fire, and you write down all these things that should stay in your life in the center, the very center, what is most important for you. It could be I am, or it could be God, which is written in the very center. You see here my handwriting. I just wrote the question: which people, which feelings, which spirituality, which thoughts, which actions. And then going always more to the outside. And then you see a kind of periphery. And then outside of this periphery is all the things that I have written down that have to go. Remember, declutter these 7 areas of your life. What has to go? What is not serving you anymore? What do you not wish to take over from the old year into the new year? And you write it on a piece of paper. You can make it like this, or you can make it, if you're more orderly type, like with a spiral. What stays, what is central to you in the very center, and then towards the outside, what has to go. So use either this spiral form or use this form, the circle of your life. And once you have done it, now in the evening of September 21st, you make, either you are participating in a big winter solstice bonfire, which is still being done by some people in some places in the world, or you make a little fire in the garden. Or I used to live in a small flat in the city. I had to do it really in the sink of my kitchen for a few years, just in a pot, just with Palo Santo wood pieces. I burned them, made a little fire in my own kitchen, under safe circumstances, of course. And then I put that piece of paper into the flames. And this is the point of that ceremony. You give to the fire, you give to the universe that which you choose to stay central in your life, and that which is around the center of your life, but also you give to the flames that what is outside the periphery, that what should leave your life in the coming year. Because it's not serving you, you cannot serve it, nobody benefits from it, so it has to go. And this is really magic. This is, if you have never done it before, be surprised how it feels. It's a real strong moment, putting it into the flames, and it is really liberating. And you don't have to care about it really, because it's interaction between your consciousness and subconsciousness, and then between your subconsciousness and the universal consciousness. Universal consciousness taking care of relieving you of these things that have to go in the new year. So this is where we are at now. Remember the special meditation with these 5 oils. This is not just for winter solstice. You can keep doing it throughout the year. It will be extremely helpful for you to use these inner suns and to create these spaces of creation inside yourself. Remember, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of December, it's all about purifying, decluttering. That means also throwing things out, physical things out. Use these oils. On these days, get these 3 bottles, the 3 bottles that immediately disappeared again. The big bottle, which is the spray bottle for the rooms, the smaller bottle, which is the aura spray bottle, and the tiny bottle, which is your anointing bottle with these 3 oils. And then go through the 7 areas of your life. What has to go, what has to be purified, what has to be decluttered. Write it down on a piece of paper, either a circle or a spiral. And in the center, what is central to you, what stays in your life, what is core for your life. And then on the periphery, what has to go. And you put it tonight, 21st of December, into the winter solstice fire. By the way, in a year when winter solstice is on the 22nd, you make the winter solstice fire on the 22nd, naturally. This is all about preparing us for the essential holy nights from 25th of December till 6th of January, and also for the essential holy nights year, which runs then January through December, and also for some people who are even my personal coaching participants, my coaches in the essential holy nights year coaching. If you're inspired and you have not secured your place yet, then you can sign up. And you're not only booking a year of fulfillment, but actually 3, because for the ticket price, you get 3 times the essential holy nights this year, next year, and in 2 years, or 3 times the essential holy nights plus the essential holy nights here, this year, next year, and in 2 years. It's a 3-year ticket. Only if you're participating in the year coaching, this is only a 1-year ticket. And that is still very profound. You get 4 personal coachings with me, face-to-face on Zoom, or if we meet privately, that's also possible. If we come together geographically, and that is in January for winter, then in end of March and April for spring, in end of June, July for summer, and in September, early October for autumn. That's also something you may not have experienced. You get a coaching for the 4 seasons. And of course, I'm very dedicated to serving you personally in the best way. So every coaching with every person is different. I'm sometimes amazed how different it is, but each person deserves this unique approach. And this is also our respect for each other and the sensitivity to the uniqueness of each person. So below this video or above this video, depending on which channel you're watching this video on or this live transmission. All right, thank you for the nice words. You find the link to sign up either above this video or below this video, depending on the channel you're watching. And it's now time, because we have one more free event, free live stream that's coming up in 2 days. On the 23rd of December, you will get the live stream, free live stream for everyone for Preparation Day 2, which is December 24th, which is review of the old year in gratitude and where we're going from there. And then doors close while the portal opens, and then you may be with us on the journey through the 12 holy nights. So secure your spot, get a 3-year ticket with each package, and you'll be in for a magical journey. And I have many renewers, by the way. I have sent out emails to all those who have already 3 years in their pocket, and then you get a repeater code from me. So just in case you were a paying participant of the Holy Nights and you didn't receive an email, renewal email, that is either because your 3 years are not finished yet, or because somehow my email went into your spam folder. In this case, look around or contact me directly, because I have a special repeater code for those who have done already 3 years. So you get the next 3 years for an even cheaper price. But not cheap content, actually very precious, valuable, life-changing content. Okay, now enjoy Winter Solstice, enjoy the Yul-Fire, throwing the circle of your life into the fire and see what happens. And I'll see you again in the live stream for Preparation Day 2. Aditya Novotny for you and with you.